Hi good people, how are you? I'm really hoping you guys can see me well. I don't know, but I'm hoping. So I'm shooting this video somewhere, how do I say, like in my house there, behind there. You know that place kanaitangwa aje na hapo nyuma, like a place where you can stay, where you can hang your clothes, where you can do a few things. So this video should be, I don't know when it will be published, because I'm really new into this YouTube thing, but I'm trying to learn. And today's video is about weight loss. If you follow me in my other social media platforms, you might have noticed that I've lost weight. And so today I just want to sort of paint a picture of what it has been like, the journey and what have you. So in the beginning of this year I was 84 kilos. Right now I am 74 kilos. So from January to right now, I believe we're in October, I've lost 10 kilos. I don't know, ideally I wanted to have lost around 13 at this time, but here I am with my loss of 10. It has been a journey for real, but it has worked. So I really don't know when the rain started beating me, but if I observe, it's like I've added weight for some reason for the last 3-4 years. So so I can say that it has been like a process, but it hit me hard the end of last year, when I realized, hey, the way you start feeling backaches to shida. So I made a plan that one of the resolutions for this year was to lose weight. So I've lost 10 kilos, and hopefully by the grace of God I'll lose more. I have a goal, but probably maybe I'll share about the goal when we get there. So what have I done? I have a notebook that I write, because I don't know like how to talk off head, but I hope the video will not be too long. So one of the steps, or the 10 things that have worked for me so that I lost 10 kilos, one of the first things that I did was to see a nutritionist, which is very, very important. This is because, and by the way, I'm not a doctor, I have no medical background, but the first thing to do when you want to lose kilos is just to see a nutritionist. It's very important, because different people have different health problems. At least from what I know is that people with diabetes, for example, they are managed differently. People who are pregnant, people who are on contraception. So step one is to see a nutritionist. They are really cheap, because myself, I want to believe that I paid 2,000 for the consultation, or 2,500, I don't know, but see a nutritionist. The second thing is, like, when you see the nutritionist and they pima you just accept where you are. It's shocking. Sometimes you can just step on the weighing machine and you're like, whoa. So you can be shocked. It's really shocking. So you just accept where you are, and you start working from where you are. For my case, when I saw my weight at 84, I wasn't very happy, but I challenged myself, and after like 1 month, 2 months, I bought a weighing machine. So every time I'm coming in and out of the house, I can step on it and see where I am. The third thing is to have tangible goals in your weight loss journey. So here I am. Yes, I'm 84. Where do I want to be? Maybe 70, 65. What can I do now? Maybe you can say that in the next 1 month I am going to lose 1 kilo. So you sort of have tangible goals. It really helps, because you start thinking, oh, I'm at 100, I want to go to 80. You'll get confused when you have to lose a lot. Water. Take a lot of water. One thing I've learned about water is that water is really, really important. So what I usually do, because sometimes I forget to take water, I like to boil my water. I don't know, for some reason I just trust boiled water. So when I boil my water, I put it into many to chupa in different places of the house. There, when I wake up, in the bed, in the table, so that everywhere I go, I'm finding water. Also, when I'm about to eat, I also take water so that it cheats the stomach that I'm full. It's good to eat early. And okay, basically there's this thing that people are calling intermittent fasting, which is basically to fast. With the intermittent fasting, they say that you should try and stay for around 15 hours without eating. So if you're eating your meal, your dinner, you eat at around 6, 7 p.m, 8 p.m, and then you stay for like 12 hours. So the first meal you take the next day is at around 11 a.m. Of which, well, according to what I've read, is that it gives your stomach time to digest and to make the most out of food. So that also helps. For me, I try to stay for like 14 hours, 15 hours. Yes, it's good to have support. You don't want to share your weight loss stories with people who would encourage you. Hey, wewe unaweza lose kweli? No, you don't want to share with people who are not in that journey. So I tried as much as possible to join those support groups where people are really looking at losing weight, and there are many even on Facebook. If you just search weight loss journey for young women, weight loss journey for, there are so many groups. The other thing is that I think in Kenya we are really taught that you just have to eat breakfast, lunch, supper, what have you. And I've noticed that for me is that I don't have to eat if I'm not hungry. So you'll find like lunchtime can fika, like right now I'm shooting this video, should be around 4 p.m or what time, and I've not eaten. I must have eaten at around 10 a.m. So you don't have to eat just because it's lunchtime. Try as much as possible to eat when you're hungry, because the stomach is sending you a signal that you're hungry. Walking. I try as much as possible to walk. Actually, I've walked. For those who follow me on Instagram, they usually see me walking. Walking is good because it helps with burning of calories, it helps with strengthening your muscles, it also helps with the clarity of mind. Why am I saying that? Because most people who share the weight loss stories, I've noticed that there is a correlation between positive mental health and the weight loss journey. So I walk. I try very much to walk, and even when I've not walked, like right now, even if I've not walked, I'll do a few two exercises here. There are two things you can buy, two dumbbells, two things. So walk. It goes a long way. The other thing is, although it doesn't look culturally appropriate in Kenya, like sometimes even though you visit a place, you can decline food. As in, I've noticed, you go to visit people, you're like, nimeshiba, and then they are quote unquote forcing you to eat. I've noticed that it's very common. Kula tu, just eat, kula tu. For me, I've really tried very much, as much as possible, to decline if I don't really have to eat. Or in the case where, it's like you have to eat when you're offered food in someone's place. So basically what I usually do, sometimes I cheat them. I have eaten from where I was. Or even if you are served a portion, you request for a plate to sort of take away some of the food. So it really helps so that you can always be in sync with your body. But last but not least, it's good to have the Kawing scale. I think I mentioned that, because when you have the Kawing scale, you keep up with tabs with your weight, and that's very important, because sometimes the progress does not go like this, or like how, for instance, in my case, for the last 2 months my weight has not moved from 74. So at least I can be able to monitor it and then see how or what to adjust. The other issue is just what we eat. first and foremost, I think generally we eat a lot. Even some of our proverbs, they usually say, hey, mtoto mzuri ni tumbo. Eating is like the ultimate. Eat, 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 eat. Everywhere is eating. So it's good for one to look at their portions. It's good for one to decide. Sorry. It's good for one to look at their portions. It's also good for one to look at what they eat. Ideally, a lot of vegetables, proteins. Avoid a lot of ugali and processed carbs, carbohydrates, chapati, ugali, what have you. It goes a long way. Those are some of the things that are coming to mind when it comes to weight loss. But more importantly, it's good to have a positive self-esteem, because weight can be really draining. How you're feeling about yourself, the frustration when the trouser cannot go up. So those are some of the things I'm sharing. I'm not an expert really. Those are just my general journey, my general process in terms of weight loss. In case you are on that weight loss journey, you can comment in the section on what really, on what really you've done or what has worked for you. So that's me trying out YouTube and sharing things here and there. Subscribe and tell your friends about it, and if you have specific questions, I'll be happy to answer. Thank you.